Boxing Truth here. Looking to bang out one last video this year for 2017. Happy New Year to all my followers, people that watch my videos, that comment, show their support. Even to the people that don't like my shit, it's all good. Y'all still watch my shit, still support my shit. So it's all good. We don't always have to agree. I try to respond to all of my subscribers at least one time, and if I haven't been able to respond, my apologies. Just go through shit in life, you lose track of things, you become busy. There's more things I do besides this YouTube stuff, so I'm gonna try to respond to at least everybody once as one of my New Year's resolutions. Got some things planned for 2018. Looking to expand my horizon, so keep on the lookout for something. Announcements coming up soon. But for now, it's got one last video in me for 2017. It's about this fight, heavyweight unification, that's pretty much a done deal. All the particulars and sensitive details of the deal are pretty much agreed upon, which is the split between the two fighters. Looks like Parker and his team have settled for about 32% of the pot, which is right around what they were looking for. And Anthony Joshua had to make a concession on his side in order to finalize this deal. Obviously, Joshua and his team are very confident of victory. Otherwise, they wouldn't have agreed to this concession. The concession was that if Joshua was to lose his fight against Joseph Parker, he will give up the A-side status. He will actually agree to a 55% split in favor of Joseph Parker if he was to somehow pull off an upset and beat Anthony Joshua in their proposed showdown on March 31st, most likely in Cardiff at the Principality Stadium. The thing is, some people are excited about this fight. Some people are, it's not a bad fight. It's a decent fight. But for me, I look at it as a major showcase fight for Anthony Joshua, which is why Eddie Hearn and Joshua's team are pursuing this fight. They view it as a great opportunity, a very winnable fight, a chance to collect another strap and to even put more pressure against Deontay Wilder's team to agree to a deal to fight them sometime later next year in 2018. And if Joshua can bring 3 straps to the table, Wilder's 50-50 the man, really, that ship's already sailed, but he will have to agree to a lesser percent of the cut since he only brings in one recognized sanctioning body title, and Joshua will be bringing 3 straps to the table. So Joshua is the clear A side, and he will have more leverage at the negotiating table with 3 straps against anybody in the heavyweight division, including Deontay Bump Squad Wilder. With this Joseph Parker fight, it's a showcase for Joshua. Joshua's going to make easy work of Joseph Parker. Parker is really a fraud, one of the fake champions in boxing. He's lost at least 2 of his last 3 fights. He's coming off trash performances, even against a sparring partner. And it shows you that Joshua's team are just so fully confident of victory that they actually agreed on that concession and giving Parker a 55% split in a potential rematch if Parker was to defeat Anthony Joshua. So that tells you right there how highly Joshua really rates Parker. He doesn't really rate him, doesn't view him as a particular threat. I really don't think Parker is much of a threat. He's a smaller guy. He's not a bad puncher. He's a guy that needs stationary targets to look good. So he only looks good against heavy bags. If he fights any fleet-footed guys, any boxers, He looks like he did against Hughie Fury, which he didn't do jack shit in the fight. Maybe landed about 5 punches in the whole fight. He could be outfought. He could be outlasted. Doesn't have the best stamina. Doesn't have the greatest defense. Has faded in fights. But I'll give Joshua Parker credit for this. I mean, he's considered the weakest link. Yeah, I agree with that. When it comes to the current heavyweight belt holders, I actually would pick Bum Squad Wilder to beat Parker. That's how insane. That's how highly I view Joseph Parker. Not much really. He just ain't that good. But at least he's willing to fight some top contenders, some rated guys. I mean, he's much younger than Wilder. He's only been a champion for about a year, and he's already has a better resume than Wilder. So despite the gift decisions, at least Parker has been willing to put it on the line, willing to take the challenges, willing to fight the best available contenders, unlike Bum Squad Wilder. He's willing to put it on the line. He's willing to prove that he's one of the best heavyweights, even though he's already failed on more than one occasion in that aspect. But at least Parker is willing to try. At least he's willing to find out how good he is. And right now, we already know how good he is. Joshua's team knows how good he is. And that's why they're pursuing hard for this fight, because it's a showcase bout for him. Parker really doesn't have much of a chance outside of a puncher's chance. And yes, there's a bunch of rumors of Joshua getting flattened by prospects, by amateurs, getting flattened in almost each training camp that he's been participating in a number of his fights. But sparring is sparring. Doesn't count. It's not under the bright lights. Parker, according to his team, has never been knocked out, but has he really fought any murderous type heavyweight punches? Not really. Takam's not a big puncher. Ruiz is a solid puncher, but I wouldn't say a devastating big puncher at heavyweight. Fury's not a big puncher. Hughie Fury, he's a slapper. So Parker's chin hasn't really been tested against the big bombers of the heavyweight division. So we have to wait and see how good Parker's chin really is when he fights a formidable fighter, very strong, athletic, powerful fighter in Anthony Joshua, who is considered the man in the heavyweight division at the current moment. And this is a perfect opportunity for Joshua to gain another strap, look good, since Parker is a willing participant. He'll engage, he'll come forward, he'll throw some punches. But I see Joshua knocking Joseph Parker out, most likely in the middle rounds. He's the bigger, better, stronger, faster, more athletic, more proven fighter in the heavyweight division. Had a better performance against Takam than Parker did. Parker went life and death. Joshua didn't look good, but he was winning most of the rounds in that fight. Maybe lost 1 or 2 rounds against Takam. So despite his inexperience, despite him only having 20 bouts, despite his amateur pedigree, despite getting schooled by Klitschko in a majority of the rounds and being gifted a gold medal, there's something about Joshua that makes him difficult to beat. He's very big, he's very strong, he's very fast, and he has a lot of physical talent. And he's very determined. He has the will to win. He has the desire to be the best. His physicalities, his desire to win is what makes him very dangerous. And I see Joshua emerging as, he's already one of the biggest stars, but he'll probably will hold that claim, hold that title for the foreseeable future, as he will emerge as the biggest moneymaker in the sport in 2018. He's a heavyweight. Heavyweight division matters. He'll crush Parker in the first quarter of next year, and if Wilder has the balls to step up, he's going to squash Wilder in later 2018 if Wilder is up to the task. Wilder just ain't big enough to beat Anthony Joshua. Not good enough either. hasn't faced any adversity, and once he does against Anthony Joshua, he will be flattened in devastating fashion. Anthony Joshua is the man to beat in heavyweight division. In my eyes, only Tyson Fury, but a 2015 version of Tyson Fury, can beat this kid right now. But y'all let me know what y'all think. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.